Hello, it's me. Um, yeah, I feel like just talking about my work really, but it's like I hope it's interesting. So I work for essentially it's like a glorified call center role, I guess. Um, and I talk to a lot of vulnerable customers, and a lot of them can be like vulnerable in lots of different ways. So they could be vulnerable because of disabilities or mental health issues, and or neurodiversity and autistic ADHD. They could be people with medical equipment, people with medicine in the fridge, and it's like an energy company. So yeah, I don't like energy companies as like a thing, but like my corner of it, like you get to help and support vulnerable people, and I really like that because those are my people. And like yeah, I try to have like a disability justice approach as well, and I have like a theory and techniques behind how I talk to people on the phones. Um, like a lot of them are just calling for like basic, stuff about their energy account, stuff about their meters, stuff about are their meters malfunctioning, and I really like that technical side of the job. But one of the reasons why I really love it is because like I get to connect with people, and I know techniques. Not that I'm trying to be malicious or anything, but I know what to say in order to do that a lot of the time. And like, not that I have to really connect with them, but you have to talk about their vulnerabilities because that's part of the job. Because we're making sure that the meters are safe for people with those vulnerabilities. Because sometimes it can be dangerous if the vulnerabilities are not matching the meter setup, for example. Like if you're too disabled to get to your meters, that's really dangerous. But very common. With pay-as-you-go meters, they're more at risk of going off supply. Blah blah blah. Sorry. It's kind of it's like endless how much I could talk about this stuff. Um, yeah, but anyway, it's really hard for me to keep track when I have ADHD and neurodiversity and stuff and dyslexia of what I'm saying, and it's just hard to communicate. I just find it so much effort being a human. Anyway, and I really like it when things look a certain way, and my glasses are wonky and it's driving me crazy. Anyway, but just because from personal experience, I realized that, like, if you talk to mad people or disabled people or mentally, like, divergent people, like you're one of them, because I am, like then they like totally change their demeanor towards you. Like a lot of the time they're like, oh, this is like someone like me, or like this is someone I can talk to, or this is someone that gets it. They're not just some robot on the phone. So like I started this like quite like different way of interacting with customers on the phone. Obviously lots of people other people are like empathetic, but I was like, I'm autistic as well. I get that. Like, I have really severe OCD. Like, I will talk about stuff to these people if it's relevant to the job, if it's like useful for the interaction and to make them feel comforted. And, like, I don't know, I've had like crazy, interesting, like, beautiful, incredible connections with people. And yeah, that's one good thing about being sick and being disabled and being autistic and being mental is that actually you really relate to other people. Like, and you know what hell is, and you know, like, the depths of things. So, like, being kind and helpful and of service to someone and helping them. I don't know, it's just a really good feeling. And I don't often do it, but like sometimes I talk to survivors and I talk to people that have been through DA and SA. And as I'm a survivor, like I can talk to them if they need to, if they want to. Like we get people that are SUIDAL all the time. Like thankfully it's chilled out recently, but you know, multiple people have said the S word whilst I'm talking to them, and I have to start engaging like mental health first aid. Um, which is like active listening, listening to the person, not disagreeing with their reality, like in a way that could be harmful or damaging to them. And yeah, sometimes I've been like, yeah, I'm a survivor as well. And, I grew up with DA and, it was really rough. And here are all these resources that really helped me. Like, oh, like the amount of times that I've talked about mad studies and decolonization, because, for example, like mental health is based on a colonial idea. And then people start blaming vulnerable people for our problems. And I make myself say, like, no, it's the rich. And that's just factual. Like, I'm not, those, the vulnerable people are our brothers, sisters, and NBs, like family. Do you know what I mean? And like, I do often basically like do anti-fascist activism on the phones only when it comes up, which it unfortunately does come up a lot because people feel comfortable being racist, like when they are assuming that I'm white. And if they're white, like, then sometimes people just say really racist stuff, and I'm like, well, no, like that's not actually anything to do with other vulnerable people. It's not to do with undervalued races. It's the rich taking money, taking it, giving it to their buddies, and paying for so many. I mean, yeah, we know about the elites, so yeah. And I do say that if it's relevant, it's very specific, but I do mention that in my calls if someone's being a fascist, which they are often. So yeah, and it's like gone well. It's never not gone well. I mean, sometimes I'm like, I remember this one guy called me up and he was bitching about the women engineer, and I was like, don't think gender's got anything to do with it. um yeah, and she obviously overheard me, and like, yeah, it's just quite like, I'm not gonna stand for that. Like, what are you talking about, mate? Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, like someone said that they loved me before, like when I she was really bad. Um and I just made her feel loved, and like that's what I enjoy about customer service. It's like showing your love to people. And I've always had like a strong attachment to strangers and people that I don't know, and like a strong compassion for them. And I can't remember, I think it's in my chart, astrology chart as well, that trait. And I don't know, they move me, and I move them, it seems, and it's like really cool. But it's so much labor. Like can talk to like 15 people a day easily. Like I think the maximum I've ever spoken to is maybe 30, under 30 perhaps. It's like a lot, a lot, a lot. And you do get a lot of horrible stuff as well. You get a lot of abuse, and you get people screaming and people shouting and people threatening the S word if you don't do what they say. That's happened to me twice. That really messed me up. Yeah. God, I've had all sorts. I've had a lot of flirting. Oh, God. I think people think I'm younger than I am, which is, yeah, a bit disturbing. But also, like I have an accent that's quite unusual as well. So a lot of people are very curious about that. And then just because I kind of talk to them like a mate, but not, I don't know, somehow I managed to get a balance between professionalism and doing that. Anyway, as far as I'm aware, like after I started doing my approach and I did really, really well in the company, like they actually changed their training to say, like, look, if you also relate to this person, you can say, like, oh, if they're talking about Parkinson's and you know someone that has Parkinson's, if you want to, you can talk about it. And I don't remember that in the training before, and I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm just saying, like, this is actually a mental health approach, a friendship approach. This is how I try and reach people. I remember going to a party recently and I was super anxious. Like I can't handle like normal conversations and normal stuff very well. I can handle the stuff that a lot of people can't handle. So I can get up on the stage very easily. That's absolutely fine. It's probably more preferable to me than like a normal conversation with anyone. But yeah, so it's useful. Like we're useful in different circumstances. And the reason why I try and talk about the darkness with the customers if it's relevant, especially when I can see they're suffering so much. Like I see so much suffering every day, and it's so hard to bear because like people are really lovely people. Like most of them are good people. They are actually quite anti-fascist most of the time. Like if they understood, and I'm not excusing them, the people that think really horrible shit and really like harmful stuff, like, and they've been abused and they've been abused and mistreated, and yeah. So like there's so much suffering, especially with vulnerable people. Like I hear that all the time, and it's really hard to, yeah, to witness, but like you do what you can, you do the best you can, you do your good, and it's really great. Even if I just cheer someone up, because like yeah, I'm really super nice on the phone. Like I use a really nice tone. Um, a lot of people are super stressed when they call me because there's for lots of different reasons. I mean, sometimes it's like a life or death situation because if their meter's off and they have medical equipment, then that's really dangerous because you have heart monitors, oxygen use, lung ventilators, medicine in your fridge like insulin. So like you don't realize it, but anyway, but like I can do like what I need to do, and you know, you have to concentrate. Those are really stressful and scary, but yeah, I, you know, it's normal as well for us to handle that. So yeah, and then so I can be quite assertive, and like if someone starts like messing with me and trying, as in like in other situations, like then I'm just like really straight with them, and I'm yeah. Usually it works, and I get on really swimming. I remember one guy called me after he started shouting down the phone, and I was just like, no, 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 that's not how this conversation is going to go. Like, I'm going to help you. I'm on your side. I want to sort you out. And then they will, like, he just totally was like, okay. And, like, took a step back and treated me with respect. And, like, I've never been that kind of person in my real life. Like, I often, yeah, I'm very people pleasing. And that's really good for the job. And it's funny because a lot of ABUS people are good at customer service because we are trained at putting other people's needs first. That's what you do in that kind of role. um yeah, you have to suppress a lot of your emotions sometimes. Like I have to sometimes, but yeah, I don't put up with crap, and that makes the customer service even better. So yeah, yeah, I do really love it as a job. And I talk about like Mad Pride, and I give them lots of like Mad Pride resources, and I find them part of the vulnerability work is trying to get them referrals, like support. So I send like tons of support specifically for that person. So like if they're autistic and disabled and struggling financially, I will find them specific financial like opportunities, referrals, and like forms of support and grassroots groups and community groups. And I'm like, I know as a disabled person and an autistic person, like I know certain patterns that I can like advise them on and help them on. For example, if you're autistic, if you find other autistic people, your life will usually get dramatically better because you can have people to talk to about stuff that other people just don't understand, or they'll think it's like out there or too much or too intense. Like I can talk to any of my autistic friends about like me freaking out about a facial expression I made 10 years ago and like it keeps recurring in my head and I'm going crazy from it. I can like pick them up and be like, I'm going fucking insane, can you help me? And they will. So like yeah, so I tell my customers to find other autistic people. So it is like, as far as I can tell anyway, and I'm not trying to be arrogant here, I'm just saying like that is intense anti like ableist work and disability justice and mad pride work, and I love the job and I hate capitalism. And yeah, yeah, it's an interesting place to be. I'm glad I'm earning money and I'm doing something I love and helping people, but it's like it's also not enough, like, and it's really hard not to be able to help people more. It like crushes my heart, like fucking makes me angry. It's made me so angry. Yeah. But yeah, yeah, I don't even believe debt should be a thing, and I have to talk to people about debt all the time. And I tell them like, you have nothing to be ashamed of. The system doesn't support you, and I'll do everything I can. But like, you know, you have used this energy, and it is expensive, and we have to charge you for it. So I'm annoyed about it as well. As well, God, I can't talk. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's energy that you can make for free. So like, you don't, yeah, but the people at the top just want us to pay lots of money, and they've started wars to increase the prices of it and do all sorts of other stuff, I'm sure. Like, but we didn't have to pay for any of this anyway. Like, just oh, it's just enraging. Like they're keeping away like advanced technology from us as well. Think how many lives we could save and improve with that kind of technology. Like, it's so enraging. I can't even like freaking verbalize it. But like, yeah, that's kind of separate to everything in a way. Yeah, people that work at my company, most of them have no idea about any of that, and it's just how it is that people have to pay lots of money for energy. And yeah, anyway, the whole system needs to change. We need to create like really massive support systems for vulnerable people. The more we do that, the faster we're gonna Make the world amazing. Okay, I'm gonna go. Hope you enjoyed.